Yes, 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 yes. Can you take me higher to a place where blind men see?
All right, everybody, welcome in. It is week 15, round one. Brent has the true bye week now. He's off doing a family thing, so he's doing his own thing. But I got the Nobody Cares Bowl boys here. Reed, 7th place. Ryan, 8th place. I figured they could get a little bit of limelight here at the end. Reed, how you doing over there, bud?
Points Jesus. You said his name wrong.
Sorry, Mr.
Yeah. First of all, points Jesus. Please.
Self-appointed.
Address me formally, please. Thank you. Doing well. A little bittersweet here. Never seen somebody go third in overall points and not make it to the playoffs, but you know what? It is what it is.
It's like every team staring at the NFC South team that's going to make the playoffs.
Yeah, pretty much.
Ryan, how's it going over the boat?
Just living the dream, getting ready for the holiday season. Football, this league didn't do me well, but first in another league, Chaos League, and excited to see what the future holds.
Love that. So we're gonna go short and sweet here. We're picking 3 games. So we got our 2 playoff games, and then of course the game nobody wants to be in, the Pancake Bowl, the Sacco game. We'll pick it between the boys. So we're gonna start off first. Winston and Hooley. Reed, what you think?
Okay, so just looking at their lineups here, Winston does have some pretty favorable matchups, especially looking at like CMC going against Arizona. That just feels like he's going to just refuse to quit scoring the entire game, or just Arizona's run defense is terrible, so I see CMC having a huge day that day. Just a lot of favorable matchups there, and he's got Puka Nacua going against Washington's pass defense, and just they're terrible. So he's got a lot of good things going for him. I think Odell, we're going to see a pretty good showing from him. But then we look over at Hooley, and let's just take a gander here. I mean, he's got a couple not so great matchups. ETN going against the Baltimore defense, and probably looking to contain him. I think only because I'm going to be a hater, I think Hooley's going to take it because I want to hate on Winston. Hey. Still get John Steen.
Yeah.
Nasty. Ryan, what you think?
The matchups are definitely more favorable for Winston, but I just taking a look at everything, I see Hooley was number 1 in points this season, like by a landslide. He's won big game, all his games by a substantial margin, and it's all come down to like big plays by a few people. I think he's got some hidden in this lineup. I mean, a chain might go off. It's the Philly defense matchup against he's got 2 Seattle players. We'll see if he keeps Walker on the bench. I think Philly's coming out for blood. They got to prove themselves after 2 abysmal weeks. I low-key just want this game to end in a tie and come down to bench points.
That'd be a lot.
Because that would be perfect. And I think Hooley would take it on the bench points, especially having a guy like Trevor Lawrence on the bench. But we'll see.
Yeah. This is at one point Hooley had like the most healthy team, but now he's a little banged up. There's a lot of questions.
Yeah, a lot of cues
on either side. Stroud still in concussion protocol for Winston, so that's a tough one. He's got to have to roll with Derek Carr, which is never something you want to do in the playoffs.
Derek Carr's trash.
And
let Jameis slang.
Yeah, and obviously Jameis Winston should be starting somewhere. Hooley's got to roll with Geno. Trevor Lawrence has a tough matchup, and he's still a little banged up, so he's making some.
Okay, did you consider the fact that Geno didn't write back though? Have you considered that fact?
Honestly, he never did.
He didn't. You gotta take that into consideration when you're coming up with this.
That's true. That's very true. That's very true. I also take into consideration that ETN and A-Chain are both questionable with injuries, so that's always tough. But he does have Pitts, who has been absolutely going off, and Diggs, who can score him 40 points whenever. But I'll be honest with you, I think Christian
Pittman's
McCaffrey.
had like
Yeah, I think Christian McCaffrey has the best running back game all season. I think he's going to put up like 50 to 60 points in this game. The last time he played Arizona, he scored 4 touchdowns. So
that's true.
that was the stat. Yeah, and when you're playing Arizona, you're going to run the ball, and it's going to be CMC. So I'm actually going to go with Winston on this one. So I'll go against the crowd here. Well, can't go against the hater. I want to see Winston and Brent in the next
I
round.
mean, I'd love to see Winston go on. It'd be great.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, Reed's hurt right now, guys. Don't blame him. He's hurting right now. He's hurting. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and go with Winston on that side. So we'll roll over to the next one here. We got Santi and Lou, also going to be a good one. Reed, what you think?
Oh man, Santi and Lou, a matchup for the ages, a tale as old as time, some might say. Yeah, man, Santi. He's got Lamar going against Jacksonville, got the world's best defense over there, known for kind of running up game scores here. I think that's going to be a big day for Lamar. Other than that, I mean, Swift, it's Swift time, baby. I feel like Swift's gonna have some very good production there against Seattle, but his team's just it's not sticking out to me. I'm not feeling it that much. But if we look on the other side, if we take a look at Lou, all right, what do we got here with Lou? I feel Russell doing some good things against Detroit. I can feel it in my bones. Man, and who can go against the one, the only Bijan? What's up, Ryan? Also CD going against Buffalo. That's going to be iffy, but I think, as a guy, a Dak Prescott manager myself, I have confidence. Waddle going against the Jets, that's a little iffy. Jets pass defense. For the Jets being such a shit team, their pass defense is
Especially
incredible.
Tyreek banged up, he's going to have sauce on him.
Yeah. So, there's a few things working against Lou, but once again, I'm picking Lou over the hater.
Right, what you think?
I love Santi being back. I'm so happy he's back in the same state as us. I like his team. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot of big play opportunity from some players. Hawkinson can go off. I mean, Nick Mullins he did look good in a Kyle Shanahan offense, so we'll see what he looks like in a different place, different jersey. He just needs that tight end like he would get in Hawk. But Lou though, man, yeah, I like his running backs right there, Alvin and Bijan. Alvin's going to get little dump passes from Derek Carr because Derek Carr is trash at playing quarterback. Or Taysom Hill's going to throw him little dump passes just because he's a Swiss Army knife of a human being. I think his big player is going to be Cooper Kupp against the Washington secondary. Matt Stafford the last couple of weeks has been on a mission to prove that he can still sling, and if he does choose to retire, he's going to go out looking like a pretty fucking great quarterback. So I got Lou. I helped fuel this dream team. But maybe it's payback for previous history between our trades and my previous championships. But I got Lou.
I like that. Yeah, Lou's always under fire for his trades, much like Brent. But for this game, Santi Browning has been definitely overperforming, to say the least. Coming in for Joe Burrow, Santi got hit right there at the end with all the injuries as well, which almost tanked him, but he got out of it alive last week, which was nice, much to Reed's chagrin. I think London is still going to have another good game. Maybe not as good as he did last week at 175 yards, but I could see a good game versus Carolina. I think Lamar is going to continue to do good. And Hawkinson with Mullins, I think, will be much more productive. Justin Jefferson is back, so I don't need him this week, but I need him to stay healthy for at least one game to get me to next week. we'll see if that all works out, but I think Hawkinson's still going to have a good game as well. On Lou's side, much like I said, Christian McCaffrey having the best running back output of the week, I think Bijan is going to have the second best output of the week versus that Carolina defense there. Arthur Smith learned that he could use his star players, and they are all very good. Drake London, and Bijan, and of course Cooper Kupp versus that Washington. I think Puka and Kupp are both going to go for 100-yard games, and Slay, and of course my dynasty league I have both of them, so I'm hoping that works out. But I'm also going to go with Lou, so we're going to clean sweep on Lou here. I know Santi's going to have a lot to say about that. But I'm going to see.
It's with love, bud. You should have made it in, but you did.
But that's still a good couple of games there. But Lou, I'll see you in the next one. Now we're going to go to our probably the game you don't want to be in. Obviously, we love championships, we love winning, but we also hate losing more than all of that. And here we are for the Pancake Bowl. So what we want is who's going to win and who is going to be your Sacco. Reed,
and three former Sackos together to discuss this riveting tale.
Here we are. Who knows it best?
Here we are. Who knows better than us, right? Man, not to shit on you, Ryan, but jeez.
I mean, I had Brett Favre, Colin Kaepernick, and Trey Mason playing in Sacco Bowl games. Like I didn't even treat it like it was real.
Always pressure.
I
lift my friends up.
On one hand, here we got Carlos, right? It's Carlos. All right. So when your starting QB lineup is Gardner Minshew and Tommy Cutlets, you may have gone wrong somewhere. All right. It's something down the line has gone terribly wrong for you. And doesn't help that Tommy Cutlets has a rough matchup against that New Orleans defense. The rest of his team, I mean, I'll be honest, I do kind of like, his matchups, AJ Brown going against Seattle and Ayuk going against that Arizona defense as a Glock Purdy manager. I can appreciate Ayuk's production. Yeah, man. I mean, it's just so it's the most okayish team I've ever seen. Let's look at our main man, our guy, Johnny Aggs, Dade City Zone. All right. He's got Patty Mahomes going against that New England defense. Rough look for the Sacco Bowl. Rough look. Right. And much like Carlos, when your QB2 is a Easton Stick, something might be going wrong. Right. And
playing on a Thursday night.
Yeah, Thursday night against Las Vegas with a not so terrible pass defense. The rest of his team, Elliott, I mean, we're going to see how that production goes. I'm so unsure, man.
Got to run into Chris Jones.
Yeah, I'm going to say this for my prediction. It's not going to be based on any stats whatsoever. It's based solely on the fact that Carlos has been tap dancing around this Sacco for far too long. If there has ever been somebody that is just cruising for a Sacco bruising, it is Carlos. So I am saying, I'm wishing, praying, hoping Carlos gets this Sacco. I need John to pull that dub out. I'm going to go hang out with Carlos at the Waffle House in fucking Dade City, and we're going to watch crackheads on the street corners at 2 a.m. while he chows down on waffles, and I might order myself some bacon and eggs.
I love that.
There's my prediction.
Right?
I mean, that does sound like a great time. I'd get an all-star.
It sounds awesome. I hope it happens.
Yeah. I mean, I like Tommy Cutlets, Tommy Bolognese, Tommy Cannoli. Like, I love this. I love the matchup against New Orleans. I think that cocky swagger might help him. And Gardner Minshew just wants to play football, so he's going to do it in Pittsburgh or at home against Pittsburgh. Their defense looks like they're giving up. That whole team doesn't look the same as the beginning of the season. Patrick Mahomes against that New England defense. That's always a tough read. John having Darren Waller coming off IR, and as a former Darren Waller owner in previous seasons, I know full well this man might not even fucking play. Like he'll just be like, yeah, I need to sit out another week. Like it's gonna be rough, especially since there's not many tight ends, and he kind of would be living off the Tommy DeVito live and die, but I think Carlos sacrificed Kristen for this league to uh, stay out of the Sacco for many years to come. I think he's going to avoid this one somehow, and we're all going to be absolutely blown away. And I might even like fly up to John and watch him eat. The syrup is much better up where he is, or we just gotta chip in, have him come down and eat pancakes at the Waffle House on Hillsborough.
You mentioned
He's just gonna have to burn a PTO day and like stay here and do it. Like I'm all for that. I will go hang out with John at an IHOP or a Waffle House while he does that.
Oh yeah, it'd be fun. But yeah, I think Carlos wins and John unfortunate. I feel like that whole table. I mean, we finished 8th, 9th, and 10th, so we ain't sitting anywhere near each other next year. And we're gonna have our own game plans.
We have to split you guys up for the good of the group.
Jesus.
Now that's I'm an IHOP guy myself. If I was in this situation, I would definitely go to IHOP, both for the pancakes and my own safety. Now, looking at the game, John with the Ezekiel Elliott pickup might have been the best thing that he's done all year because Zeke may win this game for him. And Rashad White, I think, is still going to have a really good game against Green Bay. Green Bay's defense is always trash, regardless of how many first-round picks we put on it. That's just how life goes. For Los, Eckler has been slower these last couple of weeks. I think the only bright side there for that game this evening is he's the only one playing. No Keenan Allen, no other wide receivers, pretty much. Justin Herbert. I mean, it's going to be Easton Stick check down to Eckler probably like 10 or 12 times, which will be great for Los. Now, this game will come down to Bobby Wagner versus A.J. Brown on Monday night. So these guys are going to stretch all the way into Monday, especially John, because if they're close, that's A.J. Brown's obviously winning that matchup. But for this one, I think I am going to go ahead. I'm going to go with John winning, and Carlos needs to be a Sacco. Carlos just needs to be the Sacco. Carlos' back-to-back years in the Sacco, he eked his way out last year versus Brent, and I have to see this man be a Sacco. I love Carlos, I love John, but I have to see Los be the Sacco at least once in this lifetime. And he's been dancing.
Carlos not being the Sacco is like when Doctor Strange went to like the separate universe, and it's like if the longer Carlos is not the Sacco, like the higher chance of an incursion happening, and like our universe implodes. It doesn't make any logical sense. I don't get it, and it infuriates me. But he's there without a Sacco compared to me. One,
yeah, I will credit him for at least looking. He did make a decent amount of waiver moves the past couple of days. He got Tommy Cutlets, which, I mean, if nothing else, Tommy Cutlets is just the poster child for how to market when you are just a average QB in the NFL. Because no dude who lives in his parents' basement should be balling like that and getting that much notoriety, but he is. So good for him.
I hope it comes down to bench points in this matchup more than any of the other ones. That would be great.
He just wants to see the bench explode.
Because if it does, it'd be John. I mean, Carlos's bench is all banged up.
So we got our matchup. So we got Winston versus Hooley. We got Reed and Ryan going with Hooley. I am going to go ahead and go with Winston because I want to see Winston and Brent in the next round. We got Santi versus Lou. Everybody is rolling with Lou. Santi will have some memes and some things to say about that, I am sure. And then when it comes to the Pancake Bowl, Reed and I think John will pull it out and Los will be our Sacco. And then Ryan thinks Los will pull it out and Johnny Boy will be eating pancakes with us here over Christmas or he's down, hopefully. So those are the picks. So we got some last words. Reed, what you think?
Final signing off words, me versus Ryan this week in the Nothing Bowl. I got me in a big time upset, but it's going to be a respectful game between two classy gentlemen of the game. You couldn't ask for a more classy matchup. It's just pure class all the way through.
All class.
I'd like to give final sign-offs. Mr. 300 points Jesus forever. Live with it. Winston, you suck. Santi, you definitely suck. I hate you. Quit fucking making memes about me. And Carlos, God, I know you're having a rough time, but you just have to have the Sacco. John, even if you get the Sacco, I'm gonna eat those pancakes with you, dog. I'm there. I love pancakes. Brent, holy shit, I can't believe you turned that around. Jesus Christ, Burke has never been more wrong in his life. And he texted me about it and like could not believe how things turned out. Hooli, you deserve better, my friend. I hope you win it all. Josh, I'm sure you would rather like go to I'm not gonna, never mind, that's a poor taste joke. Sorry, I'm sure you're tired of being the commissioner. For your own sake, I hope you lose. And did I leave anybody out? Lou, I love you, Luis, you have somehow gotten into this with like 300 less points than I did this season. I don't get it. You've somehow I swear to God, you burned a Zeke jersey on top of AT&T Stadium and made like a sacrifice to Jerry Jones, just so like you could pass the curse on to me. I hate you for that, but overall, I love you. I hope you all do well. And Hooli, win this bitch. All right,
Brian, last words.
I mean, yeah, Hooli win this bitch. Fuck everyone else that's in the playoffs. For our meaningless game, I think I do have a good run at getting this title, even though it means nothing at all, because nothing fucking matters in this week for this league. It's all meaningless, and the points. It's like a episode of Whose Line Is It Anyways? I can't wait for next season. It's going to be a lot of fun. What else? There's nothing really else. Yeah. I love you guys, and I can't wait to do this again.
We're hoping, we got a couple more left. We got a special guest next week. We got a couple more left. Maybe there's going to be PBL Primetime Volume 3, and then you guys can, of course, come back on. But that remains to be seen. We'll see how next week goes. But for now, round one, Reed, Ryan, appreciate you guys coming on. We'll all be watching these four matchups as Reed, Reed loves the
Not really. I don't think either of us are going to open up the ESPN app this weekend.
Good chance.
I don't. Yeah,
really
no
don't
reason
anymore, to be honest with you. But gonna be a fun week.
I'm just gonna read the chat.
Shit talking, lots of memes probably coming out here soon whenever this gets posted too. But we'll see you guys in round 2. Everybody have a good night. Peace out.
Peace out.
Can you take me higher?